So Peter was telling me we'll never believe who lived in the house before us. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now until we meet again. Well, as you can tell, wow, there was a lot of deliberation over that song. Mm-hmm. 10 attempts, but we did it. I think we had a good time.
We did it.
So that was our goodbye, farewell to you, our home, and our neighbor friends, that we are indeed moving, as we said last episode. Let me get this out of here, babe. You take it away.
Moving. I'm excited. Hopefully there's no more nightmare neighbors. What do you feel about that?
The neighborhood we're moving into is fantastic. So a part of me is like, are we the nightmare neighbors?
Are we the nightmare neighbor? We might be the nightmare neighbor.
We will be soon on somebody else's podcast.
Right.
Maybe we could have a new segment. Maybe it's friendly neighbor. Just like laughing. Instead.
Right.
Yeah. So one thing that is funny with moving is I was at work. You know, we have to people who have purchased a home, you know, takes usually 30 to 45 days after getting an accepted offer to move.
I hate that.
Yeah, it is kind of a weird, it's like, oh, like, let's just start moving.
I'm ready now. Yeah.
So I come home from work a day after the offer is accepted, and I go into the kitchen, long day of work.
Don't you dare.
I pull the drawers of a very common used, daily used, almost hourly used drawer, and it's completely empty.
You know what? With that, I think I was just so excited. I was like, let's pack it up now. I don't know why my brain said we're leaving tomorrow.
It's like Max Keeple, we're moving?
Yeah. I was ready. I had the whole kitchen packed up and the front, the foyer.
So open the drawer, forks, knives, everything is gone. I'm like, okay, maybe we just readjusted where things are at. No, little to my knowledge, the entire kitchen is now packed, and for about 40 days, we will figure it out.
How was I to know you were going to cut a pizza within 40 days?
Yeah. It was funny. The fridge is full, but the kitchen appliances everything is gone. But no,
I was ready, whatever.
I was very happy that she's excited. And yeah, it was good to know that, like she will help out and pack, and everything was boxed up. And then again, when I got home, I was like noticing we have kind of like an entryway of a little bit of decorations, and decor I think is short for decorations.
Yeah.
And everything was just bare bones. I was like, it kind of hit me then. I was like, oh, wow, like we are moving.
Right. Am I doing it too early? Give it to me easy. Rip the Band-Aid off, but be gentle.
I think you're not doing anything too early. I think the very commonly used, the essentials would probably be like the week of type pack.
You're like, where's the vacuum? And
yes.
I'm like, that's gone.
So yeah, it was great. Very thankful, and I'm glad you're excited that we are moving. What is 1 to 2 things that you are most excited about the new house? I'm putting you on the spot.
I mean, that the master bedroom is incredible, so I'm excited about that, and the bathtub. I'm excited about that.
Master bath. So basically, our door and beyond.
Yeah,
is the excitement.
Well, the size of the house is great too.
Yeah. So we were on a walk today. It was almost 90 degrees, and we were kind of just really talking about like I can't wait for the garage. We're gonna have so much space. So I think just the space alone, where we're at, is great. It's fine, but I think once we move over to the other side, it'll be like, wow, like we were really kind of living on each other over
We
there.
were kind of tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So to you out there, let us know, how soon is too soon to move and pack? Or especially one thing that I think we have conflicting issues on is, or habits per se, is packing for trips.
Oh yeah. I feel like the way you pack really stresses me out. He's a night before, morning of for any trip. How? Maybe because you're a guy. Guys don't need to bring as much.
Yeah.
Do you ever get to where you're going and you're like, dang, I forgot that. Should have brought that. Do you ever do that? Or are you like, oh, got pretty much everything here?
No. So yeah, it's interesting because when I was in school, I was a little bit more of, I'm going to get things done way in advance. The first day of the syllabus, I am going home and I'm getting 3 weeks of homework done. So then I no longer have to do homework for a very long time.
Really?
But when it comes to packing, I'm a night of or morning of type of guy. If my flight doesn't leave till 4 p.m., 5 p.m. the next day, it's definitely the day of. That's plenty of time.
What?
Yeah. One of the main reasons why I do this is I want to have all of my clothes washed and dried and organized within my point of view, before I start. Oh.
Sorry, I feel like I had a whistle in my nose. It was like whistling. Sorry, guys.
Thank you for that info. So I think I don't want to, because if you pack too early, well then now I'm dipping into clothes that I might be using. Because usually when you,
I mean, I don't think like 2 weeks before, whatever, but the morning of is insane.
Yeah, there's a little messiness to it.
So you mean to tell me, for the wedding, honeymoon, all those extremely important days, that was a day of thing for you?
It was probably like night before.
What?
And another little method I do, there is some structure to it. So the night of, I might even use a whiteboard. This one, to be exact, let's say we're gone for 4 days. I will write out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then I will go, okay, Monday, get in my wardrobe set. Boom, Monday, okay, checked it off. We have our Monday wardrobe. And then I'm going through.
And you need a whiteboard to let you know the different days.
I like checklists.
That's another thing I was concerned about.
What's
that about?
I think it's just a sense of accomplishment, even if it's
But you'll make a list for like the most random, not necessary to make a list.
That's true.
Things.
I think it's.
Do you forget, or is it just like comforting?
I don't think it's a forgetfulness thing. I think it is a what is it? Dopamine. It's like that. Got it done.
Yeah.
Got a little boost. Okay.
You're like, hey, okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay. Check something off on the list.
I woke up today. Bam. Oh. Now we're moving on to breakfast.
That is really crazy.
I'm not that crazy, but it'll just be like read, lift, get the mail.
I think it only becomes an issue where if the check has not been checked, are you then in a downward spiral? Are you struggling mentally?
No, because then it just gets booted to the next day. We just boot and regroup.
So you never go, I'm 3 days out from this, if it just keeps getting booted to the next day?
Yes. There's no stress happening. It just gets booted to the next day, and we start over.
For you.
So yeah, I think night of, morning of, it's kind of where I lie. What about you? You said.
Well, because I have to pack for children as well, it's got to be at least 2 days before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not
3 days.
Not that crazy.
2-3 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Like when we go to Los Angeles, it's got to be done. Because I'm such a scared traveler, that can't be an extra worry on top of the fact that I'm going to be, potentially falling to my death. Yeah. Don't want to add anything else to that. So yeah, I have to, the only thing, I think you are kind of right. Because I lost my wedding earrings doing that, packing too early.
Yeah, I remember that. It was a topic of discussion. I remember during.
I could have cried.
Yeah, you're hard on yourself sometimes with things that.
My wedding earrings.
I guess to me,
It was supposed to match the necklace.
You're right, but from my perspective, it's kind of like if you forget lyrics or mess up on singing or whatever the case is. Most people, to the average listener, is like, "Oh, you messed up." Well, now I know. Where I didn't know anything about the earrings, and then it was like the next day after the wedding, and you're like,
I was like,
I can't believe I just didn't have the earrings.
It was the matching Givenchy earrings to the necklace, and it was just so. They were perfect.
Well, I didn't even know. I was looking at you.
Aww. I'm like, anyway.
So one thing that was pretty interesting that Peter, our realtor, texted me today because I'm doing the checklist. Okay, is there anything else we need to do? We're getting our appraisal done this upcoming week. And Peter, he texts me and he's like, "You'll never believe this, but an ex-chief lived in your home."
So of course you're like, it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Maybe he left a ticket or a ring or something.
Yeah, so yeah, Peter says, I think the correct way to say his first name is Samaji Pirine, a Chiefs running back. Apparently he was renting out and living in our home that we're going to live in. So I was like, what the heck?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that got me kind of juiced. Like,
you're going to really go through that house now, huh?
I might just have to throw a jersey of him up on the mantle or something. So I was joking, called my dad and told him, he's like, what if he left like a Super Bowl ring in the closet on accident or something?
That'd be cool if he left something that he really, really needed. And then he's like, hey, I don't mean to bother you guys, but could you? I'd be like, season tickets.
Or
here we
what
go.
If get a knock on the door one day. Hey guys,
I'm here to pick up something.
Wait, Mr. Pirine doesn't live here anymore.
It's like,
I was coming over to hang out.
Can you imagine Patrick comes to your door? You'd pass out.
That'd be crazy.
You'd go crazy.
That would be so funny.
Would you ask for tickets, honestly?
Oh, yeah. Mr. Pirine, yeah.
Yeah, come on in.
He's just grabbing some groceries. He'll be back in a little bit.
Come on in.
Yeah, just come on in. So funny. Yeah. So the next chief used to live there. So another thing that was kind of where my brain went was I'm a little poetic or theological. And I was like, he got cut from the Chiefs. Or let go. He wasn't re-signed. I don't know the details of it. And I was thinking, like, had he re-signed, the house probably wouldn't have went for sale. We never would have got it. And
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of
that's actually really crazy.
Wild.
Because your life went into shambles.
Yeah,
we were able to fulfill a dream of ours.
His door was closed, and it opened up. His door to us.
That sucks, but it's also like. Sorry.
Yeah. So in hindsight, if I go back and watch some highlights of him messing up, I'll be like,
yes.
Wow. So yeah, it's very weird actually to think about.
Yeah.
What's that called? The butterfly effect?
I think so.
Where it's like, yeah. Had he been re-signed, we would still be living here next to our nightmare neighbor.
I'm not going to miss that nightmare neighbor.
Can't even say it.
Nightmare neighbor. I'm just not.
We'll be moving on and moving out, but I will not miss the destruction, but I will miss the segment and what the
I
life
know we're gonna have to do
brought.
like you know how they do the in loving memory of nightmare neighbor.
We will do some sort of
just
in remembrance of him.
all like just a thing of all the terrible things he's done. Poor kid.
Unbelievable. Well, moving on, we had I'll let you kind of lead the charge on this. We had an event that you were very excited about.
Yeah, I mean, any lady, pregnant woman knows we cannot wait for that one ultrasound.
Oh, my pregnant ladies. Oh, my pregnant ladies. Oh, my pregnant ladies.
Oh, my pregnant. I thought you were going to keep going. I was going to go. Okay. Well, I was very excited about this ultrasound. You have to wait till you're like kind of far along so you can really see the features of the baby. I also had to wait for you to have a day off of work.
Yep.
So all these things, everything had to be the perfect storm for this to make sense. Okay. I'm excited.
We're gearing up.
It's expensive.
Cha-ching.
That's another thing that was bothering me.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Y'all, we get to this place. First thing that threw me off was all the paperwork that I had to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I delivering here? What's going on?
And let me back up a little.
Beep, beep,
Beep, beep. Let me set the scene. Because of me having a new job and stuff, unfortunately, I have not been able to attend some of the doctor visits.
How dare you?
I know. And so anyways, this was one that was like, let's go. The stars are aligning. The sun is shining. It's Easter weekend.
I was so excited.
And this upcoming time that she's going to the doctor, we've been talking about it for weeks.
I've been bringing it. Yeah. You're like, okay, it's.
Well, before even the baby was born.
Before I even got pregnant, I said,
it was
that
like,
is the ultrasound
I
want.
4D virtual reality. I want to be in the belly of the baby.
I want to be in the womb with.
I want to be where the babies are.
I said.
I will bleep out the sex of the baby that you just said again.
Don't bleep, because you can literally see my mouth.
I will cover up your lips and bleep it out.
Back it up. I want it to be in the womb with the child.
Yes. And so we had been meticulously talking about this for a long time. Well, the stars were aligning, the day was off, and we were venturing off. We had a healthy breakfast. It was a great day.
Mm-hmm.
And so we ventured over to good old Olathe, and a quaint little downtown, very quaint.
Mm-hmm.
We're walking in, and the moment you get in, it feels like this is the place to be. It is cozy. It feels like you are in someone's home.
Mm-hmm.
It does not feel like a sterile doctor's office. It is a homegrown Midwest old couple that they are with you in this battle.
Almost like Rugrat music playing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that music was driving.
It was like very like twinkly sounds. I don't even know how to describe it.
Twinkly is perfect. I love that.
We go in. We're the only ones there.
Yeah.
No.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Red flag.
I'm finding out there may be a reason to that.
Red flag numero uno.
But also too, I'm as I'm sitting down, I'm looking around and I'm seeing hundreds of different 4D images of other babies.
So you thought, I'm about to see the face today.
I am going to be able to literally touch my baby from the outside. I am phoning home and touching the baby. And I'm looking at all the success stories on the wall of, happy patients, happy mothers, happy fathers, and their experiences.
I said, this is our moment. This is our time to shine. I've been waiting it's almost like Christmas is coming. Your birthday's coming. This is it. I've been waiting.
There are quotes on the walls from past customers. Virginia is a rock star. She made us so happy and heartwarming, and I will forever love her for this moment.
Yeah.
She made it special.
She's a part of our journey.
So Lauren lays on the table. The twinkling music is playing, and
dim lighting.
How would you describe the woman?
I would say, I don't want to be rude.
She's very kind. Very
kind, but one of the screws was slightly loose.
Yeah, so when she first started talking, I was like, she's kind of baby talking and just being very gentle with her words and talking. But as time went on and the results of the operation, if I would call it that, I was like, I think maybe there's just some I am in an alternate universe right now, and this woman is actually crazy.
No, she slowly became more and more unhinged as we were.
So tell it from your perspective. You're the one getting operated on.
Right. So I'm laying there. They put the warm jelly on. I'm like, this is it. Those ultrasounds, if you don't know, they always start out black and white. Mm-hmm. So they're just trying to see where the baby is, whatever, and then they switch over to the color.
Lots of clicking, a lot of zooming in, a lot of descriptions happening.
let's just say by the end of this ultrasound, I felt like I was going to go into labor. The way she was pushing on my stomach and just moving me around. What is it? Whilst talking to me like an infant? Whilst talking to me like she was, I wish the baby.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no children in this room. So it's,
look at that little thumb.
Is that a booty? You better get that booty out of here. Like, what? Ma'am, there's no children in this room.
And she is 70 years old.
Right.
Her husband's definitely in the lobby.
Now, the way we're describing it, you would think it was just like, oh, like, that's so cute. She's like talking to the baby. But it became awkward.
But she never spoke as a real woman.
No, it was baby talk the whole time.
Now, mommy, are you feeling a wee bit tired?
I'm like, no.
To the point. Okay, so let's cut to the chase. So we're supposed to be getting these 4D immersive, like
expensive
IMAX wearing IMAX
3D
experience, wearing 3D
laser vision.
It's a 4D movie where I'm sitting in the chair and the baby's kicking me, and
we're all
moving. No. I thought to the men out there that are animated Batman enthusiasts, the animated Batman series, I thought Clayface was on. I thought I was watching an episode of Batman fighting Clayface.
I couldn't.
Or somebody. Hey, ma'am. I think there's a piece of chewed gum on the camera.
I think you might want to wipe your machine. Yeah. It looked like I couldn't make out a nose, an eye, a lip, an ear, nothing.
So
it looked like she was.
I was panicking. What is our baby?
Is
fine?
The baby okay? Ma'am, do I need to go to? Look at that. I'm like, look at what? It looked like mush. You couldn't make out anything. It just looked like brown. Yes. The inside of your mouth. That's what it looked like.
To the point, yes, I'm looking over. Okay, she's operating on the belly. We're not on the throat or anything like that.
Like this is.
So first quarter's done. Second quarter, it's halftime, and we're still in the operating table, and it's halftime, and I'm going through my head. Okay, let me look over at Lauren and see what's going on.
At this point.
And yes, in that moment,
I am defeated. Shattered.
Yes.
I was actually trying not to cry. Mm-hmm. So I already knew 5 minutes in, this is a scam. Mm-hmm. This machine is from when she was born. It was like the first one ever made.
You know what? I'm not joking.
It was old.
No, a part of me was like, is this all fake?
Is it a video? You thought she just popped in a video?
Is this a pre-made video and she is just now mimicking that she is...
What a scam.
Do you think that could have happened?
Maybe.
Yes.
Is that a pre-made video?
I'm not kidding. A part of me was like...
Because the video was going and she wasn't even on my stomach, huh?
I don't know about that.
There were certain times where I didn't know if she had like it just recording a section.
But yeah, there was a point in time where I was like, is this even matching up? Is this her baby's thing?
Right.
Are we getting printouts of other people's children?
I couldn't believe, you guys, I was so disappointed. I couldn't see anything.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like when they say when people like get cremated. I know we're talking about birth now. We just jumped to the death.
This got dark.
When they
it's
cremated,
just,
it's like
it's from everyone.
Not even 0.1% probably the actual person. And so I was like, this is maybe how it feels to be cremated.
But the pictures on the wall were immaculate.
Oh yes,
perfect.
It looked like a baby out of the womb.
Yeah, AI like very well.
And
it was mush.
Yeah, I definitely knew. I knew my wife in that moment. I looked at her and I was like, dang.
You doing good?
What can I do to help this moment?
So I wanted to cry my eyes out. And then I also wanted to say, about that refund.
Yeah.
Because what is that? I don't see anything.
No.
Mind you guys, I'm pretty far along. Like you should be able to see, fingers, toes, face.
Well, maybe if you come back in 7 weeks, we gonna
Come
do it again.
If you just come right back.
Oh, man.
I'm like, girl, I am a grown woman. Stop talking to me like this.
So there was also another point where there's like 8 TVs in the room. Everywhere
Each one
I
looked
it's
different.
I don't know about that.
Different colors.
Really? Oh, okay. Yeah, fade.
Remember, that's why I kept telling you the one. I said the
RCA
one
TV.
behind you is better quality. Just look at that one.
You're right. We had an RCA TV over here. We had an LG over here. We had a computer monitor behind me. And I feel like I'm in a house of mirrors and I'm seeing 12 different babies around the room. And
Brian was like, because what's the video game that hurts? What is that called?
Hertz.
He was like, those are so low. The quality is crazy.
Yeah. So
he's like, you weren't going to see nothing.
I was feeling it for you, but there was also a point where something in me clicked and I started laughing. Do you remember me laughing?
No.
Because I was just like, this is unbelievable. There's 3 grown adults in here looking at mush on the screen.
Mush.
And
like legit. We're going to put like some of it up.
Yeah.
Not the whole thing, but actual mush. It looked like everybody took the piece of gum out, put it on a thing, and we're just really close with the camera.
And so I was just laughing because I was like, we have 3 grown people looking at this blank, mushy screen, and this woman's talking like baby, and there's twinkle music.
I was like, what?
Music in the background.
No, ma'am, I don't see any. It was expensive too, so I was really irritated about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was a pretty little penny.
So
she should have gave us a come back at this time for a discount or free.
Yeah. A part of me was like, if I was her and it was my business, I would have been like, I genuinely feel bad about this experience for you. I know it's a big deal. How about we circle back in a week and we'll do you only have to pay 10%.
Right.
Or even just free.
Full like confession time, right? I've been there once before just to say I just need to get eyes on a heartbeat because I was like really nervous, really anxious at that time. At that time to see a heartbeat, it's about $30. Mm-hmm. But when she went to do the ultrasound, she jumped over to that color mush one and then tried to charge me $90. Look, you got the pretty pictures. We're going to give you a little thing of the feet. And I didn't ask for that. Look, on the paper, and I prepaid, it says $30. Why are you now jumping
she
it
was
up?
like trying to upcharge you.
She was trying to upcharge me because she's like, well, we did go to the color and that's on you, baby. I didn't ask for that.
I asked for the small. You gave me
I
the
just want to see the
size.
heartbeat and I'll jump right off this table. So you can tell they try to like hustle. Then they have these like the rest of the store is full of dolls.
They were nice people.
Nice people, but I think maybe they should update the machine. Do you think it was the machine?
Yeah. I
seemed like a very old machine.
Maybe it was just our baby. Maybe we were wrong.
Ooh,
all
but
along.
it's scary. Like I don't see anything.
Yeah. Yeah, and as the time went on, a part of me, like as I was talking to the husband, I'm assuming that was her husband.
Yes, it is.
I was like almost wanting to ask him, like, "Are you okay? Like, is everything all right here?"
Yes. Blink twice. Only because the baby talk never stopped. Mm-hmm. So it got awkward. It was fine at first, like, oh yeah,
maybe
you know,
she's
the baby.
been around so many babies and baby talk that like
there's no children in
she can't turn it off.
There's no children in the room, ma'am.
I know.
Are you the daddy?
Oh,
I was waiting for her to pinch my cheeks, like we are the kids.
Wild. Anyways,
can you imagine if we brought the kids?
Yeah,
Brian would have been like, I don't see anything, so what's up?
Mm-hmm. Since we said we're not going to talk about the baby anymore, let's talk about the baby names.
Okay, nice.
Let me first get a drink of this C4.
I cannot believe you drink
Tastes like
energy
battery
drinks.
acid. So we had our March mom and dadness, and as time went on, we decided we're going to do it a little different.
Yes.
I think we're just going to do maybe a top 12, top 10 or 12, and maybe each week we will just eliminate a baby name. And over the course of time, you will soon know in some form or fashion if it's a boy or if it's a girl, and we will do it that way because there was a little mix-up in the names.
The names. And honestly, family members have been adding names that I'm like,
Yeah, we're going to make some additions to the names, and we're gonna do a little different fashion since we audible and pivoted to a different. Obviously, we picked a different name. we've picked a different name. None of those. That was a trial run.
Oh, we're saying it like that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll just say it. As
So
it obviously is.
Is this we've picked it?
I think we have picked the name.
Yay!
Yes. We have picked the name.
I'm excited.
And we will move forward with this new game list.
Yes.
Speaking of names, I wanted to jump over. Man, this thing is heavy.
Wow, it's so heavy.
Comment Club. We got an addition to it.
Is this like 10 pounds? It's so heavy. This is 20 pounds.
Let's see how long we can hold it up.
This is 20 pounds. It's legit.
Are you about to give out? My arm's already sore.
Like here,
Yeah.
there's
A
tension.
forearm workout.
There's tension.
We
are holding up this extremely heavy whiteboard for those that are just
gym
listening.
membership. We just need holding up
We
comment
just need
club.
our comment club. Okay, get to it.
So we added, in addition to the name, one person commented, it is 1320 tuner. So let's put it down.
Oh my goodness, it's so heavy. Why did you buy that heavy?
When I initially bought it, I thought it was going to rip the wall off of the wall. I thought it was going to
Staples could have got you right.
But
Are
it's
they
very
even still
nice.
open?
I think it's actually more like glass than a board. But anyways,
Check you out.
so 1320 tuner, we appreciate your comment. You have been added to the comment club.
Thank you.
Yes. I was listening back to that. It was so funny when you were.
Thank you.
So yeah, I think this episode is definitely a shorter one.
A little
But
shorty.
do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, thank you to all the new people that have subscribed.
Mm-hmm.
Subscribed.
Yeah.
I said that right.
One thing that's really fun and cool is every time we get a subscriber, I'm typically the one that's kind of like monitoring everything,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll get one, and I'll just text Lauren like 62,
I'm like, no way.
64.
We really do appreciate it. You guys could be watching anything, but you're here with us. Also, I want to know if you guys would be interested in kind of following our labor and delivery, like maybe not us sitting here, like actual raw footage of me in labor and going to the hospital and all those fun and exciting moments.
So we have definitely talked about doing a Patreon once we kind of get a little more momentum.
Yes.
I think once we hit around 100 subscribers, I think we'll kickstart a Patreon with a very low paywall of $1 a month, or
right?
$5 a month.
But it'll be more like vlogging.
It'll be a lot more raw, behind the scenes of just our life, packing, moving, the new home tour,
labor and delivery,
the
baby, the kids,
the movement, and,
all those kind of fun things. More actual vlogging.
Yeah. So definitely
Thanksgiving and theme parks and all that. So
that'll be fun. That'll be cool.
really fun. Yeah.
So it'll be a lot more unedited. There'll be obviously some edits, but it won't be quite as edit intensive on my end. It'll just be kind of like thrown together, a lot more behind the scenes of just our life, and I think that'll be cool.
Yeah, just because we've had a couple of like comments of like, how's this working? What do you guys really like beyond the chairs? So I think that'll be fun for people
it's very odd to, as we were talking about doing this. So this has almost been since we met, we have talked about doing a podcast. Because I don't know if I talked about this. I've told you before. When I was growing up, there was a Christian radio station that was called 89.1. And on it was called Total Access, and it later evolved into the Wally Show, and I just loved it. I loved I wished as a child, I wished that they would just not do the music in between, like a radio station, and just talk.
And they did that?
And now they finally, 10 years later, fast forward, they have podcasts where they just clip everything of the in between, like the jock talk, and they do it after the radio station podcast. With all that being said, as a kid, I just wanted to be on the radio. I thought it would be super fun to be a radio jock, talking in between songs, playing songs, and introducing, artists and talking to artists and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that kind of led me into wanting to have a podcast early on in my life.
Yeah.
But now so many people do it. But anyways,
it's honestly really fun for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot harder than people think.
Yes.
People will just say, oh, like I didn't really let you know. It's a lot harder than people think. So
yeah, there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah. And I didn't realize that. I thought, oh, turn it on and let's go. But no, there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, if you want to do it well, and my tip of the hat to those that do it really well.
Yeah. I have actually a lot more respect for people who are pulling it off.
Especially the ones that haven't like they're teetering on making it. Like they've done a lot of work just like themselves. They obviously aren't paying people to help.
Yeah.
They don't have like a studio
or a staff or anything like that.
Like the ones that are just popular people that have a staff and they probably just show up and this is the name brand.
Right.
That's not like it's work, but to the ones that are like bootstraps doing their own stuff is like that is very impressive week over week over week.
Yeah.
So it's definitely opened our eyes to a lot of the work that goes into it.
I mean, and shout out to you. I mean, all the edits and things that you do. I'm like, you are a rock star.
There's been so many times I get home from work and I'm just like, I gotta go edit. And
oh no!
I will go to the basement and you will see me eventually
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, just knowing that you do that when we do get like a nice comment or somebody subscribing, it does mean a lot to us because I know all the work that goes into it, especially on your end.
There's been so many times it'll be like, we post every Friday. I will walk up into the bedroom at like 1 a.m. on, Thursday night, 1 a.m. and I'll just be like, it's posted. I'm going to bed.
I'm like,
and then that's when you're like, oh, you pop in your earbuds and
I feel so bad though.
With all that being said, it's cool that we've been talking about it for so long to now fast forward to have actual people texting or DMing being like, I can't wait for the episode to drop. I look forward to it every single day. And I'm like, wow.
Like really?
Me?
But me. That lady, she sent me an email, by the way.
Really?
Asking if we're going to come back at 27 weeks.
You say, new email, who's this?
I'll come back in 27 years when you update whatever that was.
Yeah, man.
Then they try to get a free... Anyways.
Nice person, to say the least. Anyways, please, if you haven't, subscribe on YouTube. I think that's the number that I enjoy seeing go up the most. Subscribe on YouTube. Also, review us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. That would be really cool. 5-star or just throw up a review.
Yes. Anything
else, my dear?
If you guys have... I don't know. No.
Okay. All right.
Bye.